Hello and welcome back to Sprite Guard Plays Never Alone. We had a pretty intense episode last time. If you missed it, I really recommend you go check it out. There was pretty surprising things happened in the last episode, and they are definitely going to be spoiled once we resume. If you've forgotten, I'm going to give a little bit of a recap as we start in. Because what happened is the guy who's looking for the bola and who destroyed our village caught us, and it looked like he actually killed the fox. He was shouting, "Give me the bola, give me the bola," and so I threw the bola at him. And I thought that that was a mistake when he killed the fox, but then it looked like the game actually advanced. So I don't know what's happening, I don't know where we are. I'm kind of worried about our friends that we've really gotten to know over the course of this game. So let's get back into it and see if we can see where things are going. The fox was reborn into a new form. Or was it who he really was this whole time? Wow, so now we can play as the fox spirit. That's pretty amazing. And we can hold A to fly faster. And we can hold X to interact with spirits. Floating high above the forest floor, Fox continued to reveal the beauty of the helping spirits. Alright, so it looks like the game's really going to change in its mechanics now that we have a flying companion. Alright, we've got some wind. I wonder if that means we're supposed to jump. I wonder if we can scout ahead with the fox. Ah, okay, we're just dropping onto the ground. So we've hit up against a wall, so it looks like we're going to have to scout. And there's a spirit. Let's see if we can bring it down here. No, we can't. Okay. So maybe we have to get up here. Okay, yeah, we have to get up here, and then we'll bring the fox to bring the spirit over. And that should give us a chance to... Okay, so it's going to be a little bit tricky to get that spirit into the place that we need it to be in and then time it with the wind. But I think I have a sense for what we're trying to do now. Didn't quite make it. Wonder if we can bring it any closer. It doesn't really want to be close to the platform. So I wonder if I'm going to have to do some quick switching. I'm going to try and do it without quick switching. I'm going to try and just... Yeah, no, I can't bring it any closer than that, so I'm just... Oh! The spirit went away. Alright, here comes another one. So... Nope, gotta time it with the wind. That's for sure. So, my plan is to pull it as far to the left as I can, and then immediately switch. But I'm going to have to time it with the wind, which is a little bit tricky because... and it disappears, which is really frustrating and doesn't... I don't really understand the point, like why it's disappearing. I just barely can't make that. Okay, so I can pull it just the tiniest bit to the left. But I really need to time everything out so carefully that it's a little bit surprising how tight this is. Because as soon as I bring it to the left like this... Nope. The wind does not come very regularly, so I have to sort of internalize the rhythm of the wind. It's a very slow rhythm, which I find is often very difficult to... It's often more difficult to get a slow rhythm down than a fast rhythm. And now I have... Okay, so now we're up here. We've made it up here. We can throw the bola up there, possibly, and break something. Aiming the bola is still a little tricky, but let's see if that has opened something up. Nuna, why would you jump off of there? That's really not okay. Alright, so it looks like we want to fly... That's more ice. So, can we pull the spirit? No, we can't pull the spirit, so it looks like we're going to have to do that over again. Unless there's some way of navigating up there. I'm not sure that I'm able to make the jump to the right, so I want to see if there's some jump over here that I'm supposed to make. And it certainly looks like there's some kind of opportunity to get up here, but I don't know if... It doesn't seem like we have enough. The trees themselves came alive, reaching out to greet the fox and help the girl on her journey. But I can't get it up high enough for her to jump, so I'm not sure. It seems like we're supposed to go to the right like this, because I don't really see anywhere else for us to go. So we need to bring this one over here as far as it'll go, and that was... Wrong character! The character switching, I'm starting to get... It's a little bit tricky because I have to remember which character I'm on, because my first instinct is just to switch characters whenever I change what I'm doing. Yeah, I need to get the rhythm back. Even when I should be staying with the same character, I'm just hitting the switch button very frequently. So it's sort of a habit kind of feeling. She fell again. That's very frustrating. I'm really not sure what I'm supposed to do here. And it's becoming very unclear. And now I can't even see Nuna. Can I get the camera? The camera won't... Okay, that gets the camera to pan down so that I can get Nuna out of here. That spirit disappearing is really frustrating, and it makes me wonder about what the design decision was behind that, because usually in these puzzle games, everything has a purpose. Everything happens for a reason. I went a little too early because the wind was a little bit slower than I expected it to be. So, from the beginning assumption that everything has a purpose, what is the purpose of that spirit disappearing? I'm not really sure. Can I pull it up at all, or can I pull it... Okay, I can pull it this way. Okay. So that lets Nuna get up there. And then the fox can come up this way and go through here. Can Nuna break... Can she throw her bola down through there? No, she can't. So she'll have to come up this way. There again, I sort of habitually, because I changed what I was doing, I changed which character I was controlling just by hitting the button, sort of habitually. So I think I need to wait for the wind and jump with the wind. There! And let's see where that put us. Oh no! Okay. So now what are we supposed to do? Alright, there's another spirit, so we can bring that down here, and that lets us go there, and then pull it up there. And are we able to make that jump? Okay, if the wind is with us, we can. There we go. Just gotta use... I love how we use kind of the elements to help us along. And we're probably going to need to get that spirit. And then I believe this kind of spirit we have to hit with the bola. And that has given us a spirit over here. Now I wonder where that will take us. Ah, it looks like we can pull it this way. Okay. So it's going along this path. This is not at all the direction I expected to go in. I don't know where we're going. It looks like we probably want to break that. And then we're going to want to wait for the wind again. Whoa! Alright. No! No! That was unfortunate. So let's see how far back that set us. Looks like not very far. Ah, but we have to break this again. And then bring it down. There we go. Now, be careful about when we jump, because we don't, I think, want to jump with the wind this time. Though, it looks like Nuna's going to have trouble getting up here. I'm not sure. I think there might be another platform that we have to go for. It's not very clearly laid out. That's, I think, one difficulty that I've been having with this game is it's just not always clear where you're supposed to be going. So there's that spirit, but we can't reach it. And then we can get that spirit and bring it down here. But I don't think... Okay, wait for the wind, and then jump. Yeah, she can't grab onto it for some reason. Maybe if we move it more this way? Okay, let's see if she can grab the edge now. There we go. And then grab onto that one. Okay, so that's what we were supposed to do. That may have been obvious to you. I know that sometimes there's pretty substantial differences in what seems clearly laid out to one person and another, what kinds of things really stand out to one person or another. So I know it can be very frustrating sometimes to see what someone else needs to do and not be able to tell them and not be able to do it. Now, are we waiting for a gust of wind? It feels like it's been long enough that I don't think the wind is coming. But that was clearly not what we were supposed to do. How far back will that set us? Alright. Ah! There we go. I think part of it is I'm still never really sure how long her jump is. I don't have a good sense. Okay. I feel like I'm throwing it... Okay. That went in an interesting direction. Alright, so... It seems like we're actually supposed to go down here. Ah! Why did she jump off? Was I controlling the wrong one? That's... I really need to pay better attention to that, because that's the kind of thing. And in my work, I use this program called Vim that has the same kind of issue, that it's always in one state or the other, and if it's in one state, then it works one way, and if it's in the other state, it works differently. So it's very much like this game, but for some reason I'm having more difficulty with this game than I generally do with this text program that I use. Alright. Now we bring that over here and see where that will go. Okay, gotta look at her hand and see where it's going. So both of those spirits went kind of down here to places that I'm not really sure. No, I still want the fox. Don't think I can make that jump to the right there. I think I just want to go down this way. But now it's, once again, not very clear where it is that we're trying to go. Ah, but those spirits are probably where we're trying to go. The sort of the universal law of platformers is when in doubt, go to the right. But we've been going a lot of back and forth. So I think that this is the wall of ice that we saw quite a while ago. And we've only now been able to break it. So I don't want to jump until I know where I'm jumping. There we go. There's a spirit for us. It looks like we're going to have to use the wind in some capacity again, because it's certainly gusting again. I'm having a very difficult time aiming at this one. It really looks like she's pointing at it, and then... Okay, there we go. Now, I think we need the wind. There we go. Now, what is this one doing? Whoa! Okay, we're going this way, I guess. Is that something that we can jump with the wind? Ah! Why did she not... Okay, she's been laying down when she gets to the edge before, but she didn't in that case. It looks like that sent us pretty far back, but now I have a better sense for what we're doing. And when I get really frustrated with the wind, I just kind of remind myself that this is very much one of the things that I like about this game. It's based on a culture that has developed entirely in this environment of ice and wind. And so things like this, I think, and I could be wrong about this because I don't know that much about the people who wrote this game, but I get the impression that this kind of wind and ice things are concerns that they deal with. They're things that are really relevant to their culture. And so I just kind of have to keep in mind that that is the context. Okay, gotta remember which... It's a little bit difficult to even decide which character I want to control when there's a lot of things to think about at once. That was unfortunate. Okay. So I need to kind of really clarify my thoughts about what it is I'm doing, sort of choreograph this a little bit. Because there's a lot of things that I need to do, and I need to switch between the two characters, but I also need to remember when not to switch. And a lot of this game I've been able to get through fairly sloppily, and now it's getting to a point where I have to be very careful and very controlled in my movements. So I want to make sure I have the right character, and then I make the jumps, and I want to make sure she doesn't get blown off of the platform. And then I want to pull this towards that platform, and then wait for the next gust of wind, and there we go! We made it. And very nearly fell off because of that breaking branch, but... Whoop! Was that a transition, or did... Okay, that was a transition. It was dangerous to travel at any distances. All one could see was a mass of white swirling snow. So I'm going to wrap it up there. There wasn't a whole lot of story. Well, there was quite a lot of story at the beginning, but I think that because this is a transition point, and because we've done quite a bit, I'm going to wrap it up here. And I'm really interested to see where we go from here, where Nuna and the Fox Spirit are going now, since her home has been destroyed, and now I don't know what her motivation is. So that will be something that will be interesting to find out. What's going on, where we're going, what kind of resolution we can look for. So I'm really looking forward to the future and seeing how this plays out. I hope that you'll join me as we do that. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, please do leave a like. And if you want to get notified when new episodes are going up, please consider subscribing. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great rest of your day.